What's up, guys? Iceman here. So, the season of blood is upon us. And are you going to be playing the season of blood? Let me know in the comments below, and like this video if you will. Subscribe to the page and the bell so you're notified next time I post a video, and blessings to my channel members and patrons. Appreciate you guys. So, maybe playing Diablo 4 right now isn't really what's on your mind. And I'd be lying if I told you that it was on mine. Because I really wasn't planning on playing this season. But as the day approached, part of me wondered, maybe there would be something to be had in returning back to Diablo 4 just for a couple days or something. Get a necromancer up there. Here's my other one. Her name is Cray. I actually kind of like her character model. I think she aesthetically looks pretty good. And of course in Diablo 4 you can actually have a viable summon necro, unlike D2. But unless you play Project Diablo 2, which I've been playing, it's a damn good time. Where there you can have a summon necro. But, of course, the news is that this season was all of a sudden delayed. Like, a couple hours before it was supposed to begin, right? And the official Blizzard post said something along the lines of how it's going to be delayed for a few hours. So, a few could mean a lot of things, who really knows? And, of course, that could be a problem for those who have scheduled it. Not everyone just kind of does whatever all day. They have jobs and shit, so they have to work around things, you know. So I imagine for those people, it's been quite a disappointment. But I am curious. Let me know if you were planning on playing Season 2 of Diablo 4. Season of Blood, I think is what it is. So, is it worth returning to? Aren't they, like, giving us more experience or something like that? Like, they had that advertisement where they said 1,000 times 40 equals 1,040 experience. So, they said something like that in the ad. Which, of course, no one could make any sense mathematically as to what that meant. But that's what they said in the ad, right? And in my opinion, gaining more experience isn't going to help anything. Gaining more experience is just going to hasten the process of getting to the end. So I guess they haven't really made that connection with how Diablo 2, for example, is such a long-lasting game. And I myself have never gotten to 99, which is the highest level in Diablo 2. I believe the highest I've ever gotten in Diablo 2 was level 93, I think is what it was. Like 5 or 6 years ago with the boson. It was a damn good time. It's a spiritual journey. Because, of course, the bosons aren't very good unless you really deck them out. So it had a lasting appeal. And I made a sort of hybrid boson that had Lightning Fury on Switch. It was awesome. But there was something nice about having that goal set or whatever, or at least knowing that you can slowly still progress a little bit if you keep putting the time in. But of course, the more they hasten that process of getting to level 100 on here, I think it's just going to make for less things to do once again. It might be like World of Warcraft, for example, where with all the expansions to come, they kept making it easier and easier to get to max level. And similarly to Diablo 3, where you just rush to get to level 70. And then the Paragon is kind of an after thing. But when you first start playing Diablo 3, you really just want to rush to the end. And then the game begins. It's kind of how it feels. Because they have Paragon, and because there's other things to do. A little bit. But I mean, nonetheless, I just don't know if that's going to enhance the experience. And this game might need something more than just buffing up all the numbers. Because from what I've seen, The patches are just buffing all the numbers, changing the numbers, and unfortunately, it might need something more than just an enhancement of numbers all around. Aren't the maps kind of weird too? Like they're very linear and kind of maze-like, some of them as well. I don't recall many open maps. Like in D2, we get the Cow level, for example. We get Canyon of the Magi. We get to the Chaos Sanctuary, which is kind of open. It's a bit linear. But then we get like the Bloody Foothills. We get all the places in Act 1. The Dark Wood. The deserts in Act 2. We get a lot of vast places and regions that allow maybe for some exploring. Maybe that's what it's missing. I'm not sure. Whereas these linear maps, it just doesn't really feel like you're exploring it all. But I'm not really sure what this game needs exactly. And I know some of you are all for the increasing the drop chance of the uber unique items. Like a Harlequin Crest, for example. Harlequin Crest. Is that how you say it? Harlequin Crest. Shaco. Say that all of a sudden everybody could get a Shaco. Should they not then add an even more rare tier item that only some people would get? Should they not add some chase items that are ultra rare just because? Maybe it'd be fun. Because when you're playing, you might be around the corner one day, maybe not. Or would that be a bad thing to add? Do you not like the idea of playing the game where you might never find a certain item? Because you could give us all the Shacos and whatever else, the Grandfather, the other ultra rare uniques. But I don't know if that's what the game needs as well. Does it really just need a greater drop chance of these ultra rares and more experience added? They're all good questions. So let me know in the comments. Are you going to be playing Diablo 4 Season 2 whenever the hell that begins, which is apparently sometime today? Or are you putting this game off indefinitely? Or at least until something greater comes to it according to your preferences. Let me know in the comments below. Like this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace be with you.